Hi, Taurus. If you want to come on in, have a seat. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Taurians, as always, thank you for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. We'll scry your ink, add on tarot and oracle, and as well we got the spirit box here ready for any shout outs for like an audio offering. All right, we're here for the Taurus collective. You can take a moment if you'd like to close the eyes, release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Taurus. Seeing something about Easter Island, that symbology may mean something to somebody. The concept, your constructs regarding it, could also be a stubbornness, a concrete way of thinking is how I'm wandering down that rabbit hole. But strong sense of self, hopefully to the point of not being stubborn, not heeding or hearing something else. Mourning. What mourning? You might be mourning something, Taurians. Or mourning is a time. It's a heightened time. I'm seeing a skull cap. Like your skull. The cap of a skull. And I'm seeing it as a tree. Tap that tree. Taurians, tap that tree. But yeah, because it looks maple. Like a maple tree. I'm also seeing like a singing bush. Is that from the Three Amigos? Is there a singing bush? If you reach the singing bush, something might tell you something. Interesting. I'm wandering a little bit down farther in your ink blot. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to come back to it.
Not recently.
It's almost like one of those dog walking things, like with the leash, and it retracts really quickly. Like, or if I press the button or something, that's what it looks like. Of course, Taurians, please follow anything that inspires your psyche and psychic senses versus my yammerings. Okay. Where am I in here now for the Taurians? There's an eye. There's one eye with eyes within it.
Leave me alone.
I feel like Taurians might have a feeling of whatever you're trying to accomplish, or at least this is how I'm translating it, but of course, please feel free to translate on your own. I just want to be kind of left to my own devices so I can tap into something.
Father.
Maybe it's a connection with the father. You are a father. There's something I want to tap into. Golden Palace. This is that whatchamacallit? Tapping the maple syrup. Yeah, I'm seeing the maple syrup, kind of something about your home. And see how there's this tree in front of the palace. Like, I almost want to be hidden a little bit. Even the way Easter Island is, it's isolated. But what happens on the island, there's some sort of separation from influence or information. And this one eye has eyes in it. Kind of like a fly. Taurians, there's like three opportunities I'm seeing. Like 3 doors are presented in front of me. I don't know if you tend to see things in like this triple trifecta: past, present, future, this, that, or the other, good, bad, ugly, great, good, okay. But then I'm back in the brain of that skull cap thing, and I need to not. I don't want to say I need to pick one, but I kind of need to pick one. I kind of need to pick one thing, to one door, one thing to go through, knowing that the other ones are subconsciously doing what they're doing. They're still working. They're just doing something different. I'm seeing like a squabbly conversation. If you are a father or in relation to your father, maybe there's a squabble going on. Or somebody who is like a father figure. And when I say that, it could be like a boss. Or somebody who is your professional boss, but somehow they act fatherly. And you're like, I don't need a father. Coming together. Everything feels very gold. Everything feels gold, Taurians. And I feel like no matter which path you choose or commit to, knowing that if like you choose one line of sight, focus on one thing so that there's not this overwhelming over tapping of your tree type thing. But say, okay, yes, they're all going to lead into the palace of what it is that you prefer to perceive. And I feel like that's an important thing. Focus on what you prefer to perceive, and knowing if you've tapped into your brain tree or your lines subconsciously, this, that, or the other, they will also be serving, but just focus. Does that make sense? Focus on what you perceive. Ace of Spears, your palace of passion. Eight.
Jinn.
Kind of feels like sometimes you can be your own. Okay. Taurians. It's as though by making your wish.
Spirits are here.
Okay. By making your wish. This is about that perception thing, is how I'm feeling. Whatever it is that you wish and you want, because you have this ultimate trifecta vision, and they all create one, right? So I can see this, that, and the other, and this is all one. Maybe it's in one context: personal, professional, relationship, romantic, platonic, this, that, or the other, whatever it is may be. Okay. Or yes, I'll leave it at that. It's like I'm carrying all these burdens in relation to the trifecta site. And it's asking me to pick one. Okay, see all those things and then choose your path to focus on. A lot of male energy, father, grandson, because they all lead to this palace of your person that I almost want to say, Taurians, that you deserve, desire. But one might be, if you choose to stay more stubborn, you might get in your way, so it'll take you on this kind of adventure. This one will take you on this kind of adventure, and this one will take you on this kind of adventure. But they will all lead to this palace of your desires, depending on what you, it sounds cheesy, but like depending on what you focus on. It's not dismissing other potential realities, but it's like, because you have the sight to see more than the many that make the one. What's your one? I'm going to flip it. Taurians, I'm going to flip it. We're here for the Taurian collective. There's branches growing towards your 3 of coins. There's branches growing. The 3 feels important. 3 pathways, 3 points of perception, 3 coins, but they're all it's in one structure. It's in one palace. Do you see what I'm saying, Taurians? It's almost as if continuing to navigate all points, maybe it's in a control, it's kind of wasting your time. It's like you're traveling all points at the same time. Does that make sense? I feel like it makes sense to some degree or another. Okay, 7 of Spears. Yeah, and the Devil. Yeah, it's okay. 9 of Cups. Thank you. Thank you. That helps. Knight of Cups. Okay. Taurian, 7 of Spears, 9 of Cups, and the Devil. Oh, there's a card unseen here. Queen of Cups. Okay, so this might be unseen because it came face down. Something that's not being directly acknowledged, whether it's intuition, moon, or a female aspect, a female in your life, female energy, this, that, or the other. Your intuition to your intellect, if I may. Okay? It's like you're fighting to hold on to all realms of controlling the outcome. And you're also potentially contributing to all of those outcomes. And I keep seeing this tree with the maple tree with different taps in it. And though you're keeping an eye on all of them, I want to say, like, go to your first one, your first thought, your instinct.
I can hear you.
And if you notice that one tap, like, just start there. And as you wander around this tree of obviously representing different things that you want, desire, this, that, or the other, notice if different veins are actually providing more. What is it providing more of? First of all, the quality of it. And then shift over to that and say, oh, well, this tap actually is giving a lot more. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so is it giving you more of what you want? Because right now it feels like you might have so many things going on. You might be combative, in control, and trying to control all of them to be at the same time, the same pace. But I don't think that's actually what you want. You want one of them to stand out. There is an outcome you prefer. There is a path you prefer. Nurture that path. 9 of Cups. And it's like once you bring in the nurturing, through all of your amazing points of perception, nurture through the Queen of Cups the one that you want, and then the 9 of Cups comes in, and then you receive it. You receive it, some sort of accolade. There's an accolade about it. Okay, I'm coming back to your Inktorians. Whew. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for your awesome attention and awareness, Taurians. Fellow Earth energy is a Capricorn. The branches, the growing, the being. You're on your way to clarify your outcome. I'm seeing, oh, what is this? No, it's not a squid. It's one of those stingrays, maybe? Stingray. Yeah, it's a stingray. That symbology may mean something to somebody. For the Taurian collective, please. But like you're wide open. Translucent. Like almost as if you might sense or feel or want to be unnoticed. Like when I'm seeing these stingrays in the water, they might be at a quick glance unnoticed. Like you might not notice them when you're in the water. But I kind of want to let you know, Taurians, that people do notice. People do know about Easter Island, representing of maybe where you're
Joseph.
at. So if you have any sort of hidden agendas,
Fall equinox.
some can see through them. Fall equinox might be a time where something is going to come to fruition. I have here Shaman of Foresight and the Hunter of Mysteries. And which is interesting because this is kind of where I feel like I'm at in your reading and in your Rorschach here. It's almost a mystery of what you want, or there's an air of mystery around you, but I'm not really sure that it's as mysterious as you think it is, like Easter Island. But you have the foresight for what it is that you want, right? Okay. But there's so many points of sight, it becomes a mystery to the universe what the outcome will be. So it's almost like this mixed bag of all of them. And if that's okay with you, then that's okay. But if you do want this particular outcome, nurture the perspective you want, nurture the outcome you want. Hunter of gifts and hunter of death. Interesting. It's like a birth and a death all at the same time. If you can allow oneself to release knowing the many realities happening at the same time, and I'm going to say this kindly, Taurians, stop wasting your time giving them all your attention, because it's distracting you from your gift of being able, like a present, to create it in the present moment. Your awareness of all the realities. You don't want to be tied into all of them. Absolutely, you can have knowledge. Have an awareness of them so you can recognize them. But your gift is of that, is seeing all of these realities from a big scale and then coming home to your island and saying, okay, from all of these choices, all of these eyes, this is the one I am nurturing and I'm going to bring into the present moment like a gift. Right? The present. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Hunter of abundance is on the bottom supporting you. That all of this hunter feel, it's like somebody going out as a hunter.
Grandson.
And hunting deer, ducks, this, that, or the other all at the same time. Versus doing the preparations to say, yeah, I'm going out into the forest and all of these animals might exist, but I'm going to focus on, say, deer. So it'll provide over the winter, as this example, the longest amount for my family. Because it's, say, hunting deer season. This is not my forte, but this is what's coming through. So I'm doing my best to navigate this. All right. So it's deer season. The Taurian goes out. Okay. I'm hunting deer. It's going to provide for my family, for my friends over the winter time. Great. But it's almost like the Taurians know, but while I'm out there, but there's also ducks, there's this, there's that, I might as well do everything else. That's all very distracting. And it's not the time. It's not the time. Does that make sense? Respecting the rules as you wish your rules to be respected. Dancer of life and spirit of family, because this is what you're really providing for. Your family, your life. Whatever family means to you, whether that's friends, soul family, the family of frequencies around you. Yes, now they're, okay. So I'm seeing the greater than,
Father.
Both greater than symbols coming together, and they're trying to grow together. But you might be, in some respects, like creating your own, I don't want to say block, but branches that kind of complicate things because you're involved in too many realities. Ooh. Taurians, once this is, and I'm trying to be very kind as I say this because I get it. Capricorn, I get it. I get it. Respect, I get it. But once it's cleared and it's like, yes, all the contributing thing, I'm going to go here. This is what I'm nurturing. It clears everything up. I'm going to respect that it's, deer season, blah, 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 this, that, or the other. Old woman, sadness, female. I do feel as though there's a part of you, of your energy, or an archetype could actually be a woman that's around you that is sad. But what I'm getting the sensation, staying in the Taurian aura, in the present space, is that queen of something or other. Can I find her? Of course not. You're not even going to let me find her. There she is. Your Queen of Cups might be feeling a little left out, like your intuition, your true feelings of something aren't being nurtured. But that's changing because Taurians are cluing in. I'm also seeing a moth, like the butterfly effect. Witch, curse, magic, jealousy, gossip, cat. Taurians, you might have people around you that are a little jealous of you, or they talk about you. Hopefully it's not of you, Taurians, being of that. Pregnancy, fears, rabbit. Notice what you're nurturing. Okay, it's like that rabbit being of fertility, and to duplicate, triplicate, etc., either a fear or what you're focused on. And if you're focused on your fear, that's what continues to multiply. Clear it up, Taurians. But your amazing gift to see multiple things at once is, it's almost like, going into a store and this is what they present, but like you can order off menu or off brand, or they have stuff behind and you have access to that. Like you can see more, but not all of these are worth your attention. So in order to get to like the good stuff, yeah, it's coming up. You got to release seeing and leaving all of the topical stuff, the surface stuff. And you go right to the back room where the good stuff is. That's what this feels like. Your sight feels like it could be a magic or a curse. And maybe that's the flippy floppy, that it's going back also because people might project to you more envy. Yeah, jealousy, gossip, envy. And then you had ship come in, directions, journey, which I feel, Taurians, this has been what your reading is about. Tapping into your maple tree, tapping into your focus, not focusing on all the fears that could be, acknowledging them, but then choosing what you really want and staying committed to that. And then it's like you sail away. You can sail away to this Easter island that, how do I say that? That allows you to create your own reality amongst all these other realities. And like your life becomes, and I don't mean back room like it's, hidden or obscure. And I just mean that's where the good stuff is. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, Taurians. You are on course for something great in the event that you claim it clearly and stay committed to it. Not allowing any sort of jealousy, including if you yourself have any jealousy. But notice that. You're like, if I am jealous of this person, that person, flip it and go, okay, that means I might want something.
Leave me alone.
I may want something like that. Instead of saying, leave me alone, I don't want to hear your great things that are going on in your life or your bull, whatever the case may be. But if you hear it and you're like, I'm a little envious of that, be like, okay, that might mean I might want a little bit of that in my own way, not their way, because you don't know their truth. Your abundance, your knowing comes from letting things go, letting losses be losses. Just let them be losses. Be like, I gained a wisdom and I'm going to release that loss. These realities that I can perceive, I need to lose some of them and know what it is I want to focus on. And there is that in the, is it wisdom of knowing or ancestor of knowing, has the same wings as the, what I was seeing, like the butterfly or moth effect. I know it's butterfly effect, but I see it as a moth. Okay, Taurians, I'm going to leave it there. Ships ahoy. Be your genie or your own djinn. You decide, because I feel like you're a little bit playing both sides right now. In your own world. Be a genie or a djinn. Clear it up. Okay. Until next time, Taurians. Thank you.